Our final coach this morning, the head coach of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Joe Moglia. Morning, Coach.
Morning, Mark.
Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on the double overtime victory over Furman.
Thank you very much.
You can open up, talk about that another down-to-the-wire game with the Paladins, then we'll start with questions.
I want to give Furman a lot of credit for having had a well-thought-out game plan. They wound up doing a good job with us. We were up by a couple touchdowns at one point. They certainly could have let up. They didn't. They fought us tough the entire way. I was also proud of our guys. I think the momentum shifted in their favor many times throughout the span of especially the second half. And frankly, over the span of the entire game, and our guys hung in there the entire time, and I was proud of our overall effort. I think we did a good job in terms of our discipline. We've been doing pretty well lately with keeping penalties to a minimum. It was the first time our offense really did a good job with regards to ball security, so I was certainly pleased with that. That helped them move the ball, and it was the best game the offense had so far. I think from a defensive perspective, I was a little disappointed that we weren't as disciplined with regards to what we needed to do as far as our reads go. So we were overplaying certain things, and they did a good job of taking care about it, of taking advantage of that. And from a special teams perspective, I am very disappointed about having our field goal blocked at the end of the game, and I am very disappointed that we had a roughing the kicker call. Both were. We should never have let either one of those things happen. Having said that, though, Alex Catron, our specialist place kicker, who was struggling a little bit early on, I thought had a very good game, and Austin Kane, our punter, had a very, very good game. So all in all, we're delighted with the win. It was a great game, and the 3 years I've been here, we've had 3 great games in Furman, and I'm delighted we were able to come away with the victory.
At this time, we'll start taking questions for Coastal Carolina head coach Joe Moglia. To ask a question, press *1 on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand if you join us via the web. Coach, as you open up conference play Saturday at PC, what can you tell us what you've seen of Blue Hose so far?
Well, I think Presbyterian, this is the best Presbyterian team that we've seen since I've been here, certainly. They're undefeated at home. They won 3 of the last 4. They beat Furman. They beat Western Carolina, who handled Furman. So we know we're going to have our work cut out for us. They're also disciplined with regards to penalties. They're 9th in the country in terms of fewest penalties. Again, that reinforces the job Hal's doing with regards to their ability to be disciplined and stay focused on the stuff that they need to do. From an offensive perspective, they rush for about 190 yards a game, and we have been weak against the run over the span of certainly last week. I know they're going to want to take advantage of that. Their kid Antigua is one of the best receivers, I think, in the conference. He also does a real good job for them as a punt returner. We're going to need to always know where he is. He hurt us a year ago. He scored a couple touchdowns on us a year ago. Their defense, had 4 interceptions against Western Carolina. Clearly, we're going to have to make sure we make good reads and not be throwing the ball in the crowds where we shouldn't wind up doing that. So we're expecting it's another game on the road for us, and we're expecting a tough fought, a good football game from them.
Coach, you mentioned earlier this is in your 3 years the best PC team you've seen. What are some of those differences that you've noticed right off the bat?
I think again their ground game has been very effective. Again, they're averaging almost pretty close to 200 yards. As far as that goes, I think they're very disciplined. Again, they're one of the leaders in the country as far as that goes. Their defense in general, I think, has been very effective. They've been playing close games. As I mentioned, against West Carolina, they had 4 interceptions. And so they're doing a good job running the ball. We have not been as effective stopping the run as we should be. They've been having a lot of picks, especially lately. We were having some ball security issues and some turnovers, especially earlier in the season. We got to make sure that that's behind us. But they're physical. They wind up getting to the ball pretty well. They seem to be disciplined as far as the different reads that they have and how they handle the run fits. And all in all, I think there's a reason why they're undefeated at home, and there's a reason why they won 3 out of the last 4 games. Those, I think, are the reasons. I also had a lot of respect, having gotten to know Hal a little bit in terms of the job that he does with them.
Coach. I'm not seeing any more questions for you, and so we'll go ahead and let you go. But thanks for joining us, and good luck Saturday at PC in the conference opener.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Bye-bye.
All right. And that will conclude this week's call. My thanks to all the coaches and media for participating and joining us today. Playback of today's calls will be available later on BigSouthSports.com. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to everyone next Tuesday.